And we have Nunu on one team and Irelia
Oh,
on the
okay,
other team.
cool.
Uzer and
All right. So when we hit this screen, I always do a lead in to whatever the game is that we're doing. So I'll give you an example of that now. I can talk through that, real quick. Um, I open up with a, hi, hey, this is, and then I'll read off the tournament name, and then the game, which two teams are playing, and it'll be like, on the left
yeah,
side, in this case, on the left side we have the blue team, we have Petty Carry playing as Nunu, we have, Barradhum on Malphite, deformerad on Zyra, Cadenza on Kog'Maw, Hardware on Nocturne, and then once I get down one team's side, I do the caster intro, which is us, and then I throw over to you, and then you read down the other side. You'll be like, I'm
okay.
Gandair, and casting with me is...
I'm poeticmatter, and on the red side we have lifted Cloud on Irelia. We have Bone Crusher on Nautilus. We have BasTheOne playing AD carry as Corki, and we have SPG Neostyle playing Katarina as the AP carry, and bot lane we have Dominus Arts playing Diana.
Okay. And then once we get that off, we usually keep the camera up to the top and kind of narrate a little bit over the poke that goes back and forth.
Yeah.
If there's anything exceptional in the items, which there's not right now, I mean, Nautilus going for the Kingdom Gem off the bat, but that's not really weird. Katarina, my Versaceous Telegraph, wants me guys pretty hard, so that's not weird. A lot of damage being exchanged right there. Malphite getting a little bit too close to the enemy team, taking some hits there, and now diving in on him to finish him off. And really able to pick up that kill, and having to retreat out, down, away from the tower, getting zoned out away there. And red team, for the moment, has...
We have a look at the bottom lane, as it seems like Nocturne managed to push Diana out a bit. She backed off to take the health relic, and Nocturne took the advantage and pushed the lane a bit. We see here blue team is setting up for a gank in the jungle, trying to be aggressive here and maybe a bit sneaky. And here they make a run for it. Oh yeah, that's very nice. But it seems that he's going to pay for it with his life.
Don't know if Corki had Valkyrie available or not there to be able to try and get away from Kog'Maw afterward to
seems that
the Acathian surprise.
Nunu managed to escape, but Corki is chasing him down now. But he let him leave, he just backed off. Now we seem to have some action in bottom lane. And Nunu goes down to Katarina.
A lot of bottom lane pressure so far in the early part of this game. You see both teams getting heading down towards the drill and then moving down towards the bottom half. And Hardware dies with SPG Neostyle there, has the fear tether, fear proc goes off. Katarina does not have a jump target, unfortunately, trying to, there we go, gets out. But the ultimate coming out from Hardware there is an exhaust to increase the gap a little bit. It's going to enable SPG Neostyle to get away from him there, and Hardware is going to turn around, back off, does not want to get pulled in by Dominus Arts, but Valkyrie over the wall, BasTheOne diving into the fight, pursuing Hardware, chasing him, Hardware dodging that skill shot there, Cadenza going around back,
the big one hits.
Picks up the health relic, which saves him, gives him that extra hit he needed to be able to escape, and Corki not able to pick up that kill.
Over in top lane we see blue team trying to get it, and only here defending it is Bone Crusher, joined now by Katarina. Bone Crusher is really low, but they need a little more help here because there are currently 3 red players top, and that allows Bone Crusher or Nautilus to back off. Minions of it is strong bot lane, almost neutralizing. What the hell is this called?
The bottom left one?
Yeah.
I think that's the Quarry. I'm pretty sure it's the Quarry. Because the other one's the Boneyard.
Yeah, okay, so
that has to be the Quarry.
yeah, the Boneyard and the Quarry. Red team invading the blue side's jungle,
cutting right in between both halves of the team, which forced them to be split. Misses with the hook, though. BasTheOne right through the wall with the Valkyrie, immediately putting the hurt on Cadenza. Barradhum moving in to the tank a little bit of that damage to spread that attack speed slow around. But while
and blue team managed, blue team manages to get the quest, which is nice damage boost.
Going for an absolute zero here. There's no one to stop it at the moment, though. It takes a big chunk out of the health. Nautilus had already used his hook to engage that fight there. And now up top, part of the SPG Neostyle getting taken down very narrowly. And now we have Cadenza hanging back on the point, firing shots off into the red team as they were able to secure it. Now, another one of the things to watch for is, I mean, there's a lot to look for on the map, but if you look at the bottom lane, which just now, we had Diana, Dominus, Art to pick a kill on Hardware's Nocturne. Nocturne popping that revive, immediately saving that tower. If Nocturne did not have that revive, he would not have been able to go back down and save that. If you ever see the two champion icons on the bottom overlap each other directly, then that's usually like a gank or engagement. Unless there's something more present top right now, where there's red team completely sweeping the top point, taking a ton of damage from Kog'Maw up there from the Acadian Surprise, but it's not enough to secure any kills or really deter anyone from being able to take that windmill back under their control. But anytime you see the bottom lane two champion icons just overlap, so it looks like there's just one picture down there, it's usually a good idea to take the camera down there and at least look at what's going on, and then move back up to the top if they're just kind of like farming or something.
Yeah, I think I need my fingers on 5 and T mostly to jump to bottom lane fast. Now we have a small engagement in bottom lane, but nothing's gonna come out of that, I think.
A little bit of a trade there. BasTheOne, though, coming down. Valkyrie's right into the fight, right on top of Hardware. Hardware doesn't have any escape. Gonna try and throw down the fear, but it's not going to fear one out of those two champions.
We have another engaging jungle over here. There's 3 from the red team and 4 from the blue team. And they backed off into the tower so they can have the protection of the tower while Diana comes actually all the way top. And that's very, very painful for the blue team. oh, that...
Well now.
Absolute zero almost took out the team.
That was absolute zero combined with Zyra passive, combined with Acadian Surprise. And that's 2 true damage AoE effects and 1 really extremely high AP damage AoE effect. That could be a really vicious combo if they're able to land that in.
Red team currently controlling 4 of the 5 points, which is giving pretty rapid damage on the enemy nexus. But now blue team is all bot lane trying to get the red point quarry back. And 5 of them all
taking that opportunity to take the refinery as well, with so much focus from the blue team on the bottom lane to leave the refinery open, and with bone pressure being such a great takedown, and that's one to be able to deliver a lot of damage from a good distance. Almost getting taken out by the Acadian Surprise, is going to get shut down by Zyra.
Meanwhile, Zyra managed to take out Corki and actually neutralize the quarry, but that's not good enough because the Diana and the Irelia that were neutralizing the refinery just came down and took her out. So now all 5 points are actually controlled by the red team, which are the favorite of the match.
Hardware getting caught over by the center relic on the other side of the map, the entire enemy team converging around him. However, with all 5 of them there, that's going to leave the windmill and the refinery open, and Kog'Maw and Nunu backcapping both of those points. Nunu's not going to be able to catch this before being interrupted by Irelia there. However, Kog'Maw is able to secure his point. Nunu does not have that 1-on-3, unfortunately, that he's not strong enough for that by himself. And Bone Crusher going to go ahead and recall there. So now 1.24 in the almost the 10-minute mark of this game. It's pretty brutal so far.
Yeah, and blue team has really hard time trying to get back the quarry. They just aren't strong enough to take this from them. They just keep holding on to it, and it seems like
I was talking about earlier, Katarina jumping
yeah,
on him.
yeah.
Nocturne having these ultimates in up there, Katarina still able to help secure that kill down and being the one that picked it up.
And they finally neutralize the points, and they might have actually the advantage here in this team fight. BasTheOne is actually closing in and kiting very well. Well, he's going to have to run away now until he gets the help from Diana, and they can again collapse on Kog'Maw to take him out as fast as possible, and then Nunu doesn't really have much power to deal with anybody without the Kog'Maw at his back.
Nunu does do some good damage with the snowball there, but Hardware diving in to try and secure that kill on Lifted Cloud, but not able to get it. Irelia getting just out of there, barely alive with only 2 hit points to her name. Now, Barradhum down at the bottom point there, as Neostyle knows that he does not have the ultimate available as he just used it earlier on in the fight. So Katarina can kind of DPS freely down there, but he did throw down the Garrison before he died, which enabled them to hold on to the point for a little bit longer. Bone Crusher seeing this opportunity, there's no one up at the top there, he is going to take the top point. While it's going on, Nunu's going to try and get up there, and he's barely going to be able to do so. Cadenza though taking the lower half of the map. Still a 3-4-man push. A lot of pressure on that bottom point. Clock stopped right now, 86 points to 399.
Zyra actually has a revive up, but she decides not to use it because she thinks, I guess, that Barradhum can hold this point a little longer. She wants to save the revive for later. Or maybe she just gave up. Because Barradhum is definitely not holding this point. And now Zyra is alive and she's running as fast as she can bottom lane in order to maybe stop them, but that's not going to happen. I'm pretty sure it would have been much better to use the revive at that point. Yeah, the red team just dropped below 400 points, which still puts them way ahead of the blue team, and it seems like this game is deep in red team's pockets.
Yeah, it's so many pockets, man.
As Katarina dives one versus three and actually manages to kill the Kog'Maw. There was nothing blue team could do to stop that.
Dot there, able to kill Kog'Maw. Barradhum going to be able to take the bottom point now. It's going to put it 2 points to 3, buys them a little bit more time, but Hardware doesn't carry up to zone them away from this point and are chasing both those pretty hard. Petty carry really going after him there, is able to take down Dominus. Arts, though, in a really bad spot in between the entire enemy team. Lifted Cloud comes through from the side there. Dominus Arts slowed, airborne, everything bad happened to him at once. An immediate exhaust on Corki once Corki shuts the fight. Breaks the fear tether by Valkyrie out and away from there, and then Hardware opts to go in instead with the ultimate, but in doing so, there's taking down from Lifted Cloud, and you see turns around there to back away, and is narrowly able to escape Cadenza. Kog'Maw chasing BasTheOne might be able to secure it. Oh, misses with the artillery shot there. Unfortunately, BasTheOne is able to break away, and Kog'Maw, instead of pursuing that, decides to regroup up with his team, knowing that they are going to be needing him up top if they are going to be able to secure this windmill, and they do, stopping their count down at 18 points.
Irelia actually only died twice this entire game, so she's obviously very strong right now, and she just does whatever she wants to Kog'Maw without anybody here to stop her. And seems like Nunu is coming here and going to try to do something on this tower, maybe delay them a bit more, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be anything, and this is surely a good game for both teams, as red team now has 3 points and there's only 10 health left on the blue team's Nexus, and there's nothing they can do to stop this right now.
Close the map distance fast enough to be able to secure a neutral or anything like that they would need in order to stop the clock. So the victor is going to go to the red team being Lifted Cloud, Bone Crusher 93, SPG, Neostyle, BasTheOne, and Dominus Arts in this Dominion in-house game from the Dominion channel on EU West.